Stock market futures continuing to fall after Wall Street closed on its worst day since the stock markets shut down for COVID in 2020. That coming in response to President Trump's sweeping tariff announcement yesterday. Tonight, Raya Katene has a look at how Minnesota businesses, small and large, are bracing for what comes next.
And some of Minnesota's biggest corporations also taking a huge tumble today. Target and Best Buy seeing their stocks plummet, but big companies aren't the only ones impacted.
On dreary days like these,
the weather's finally turning a little nicer.
Dan Casebeer prepares for warmer days in what is usually the busiest time of year at his bike shop on Grand Avenue in St. Paul.
It's our busiest season, is the spring.
But these days, he's not so sure what the season will bring.
It's not going to help. It's not going to help.
For more than 40 years, Dan and the crew at Grand Performance have been a staple in the cycling community, selling high-end bikes that are assembled in different parts of the world.
These are Bianchis, and these are generally made in Italy or Taiwan, and they'll be brought to Italy to be finished. This bike probably was made in China, finished in Taiwan. The Shimano is made in Japan.
The U.S. bicycle market relies mostly on imports, and Dan says bringing it back to the States would take years, if not decades. He says sweeping tariffs set to take effect in the next week will force him to raise his prices.
But your customer came in, a couple weeks ago looking at a bike, and then he comes in 2 weeks, and it might be up $400.
Even though people would say, oh, this is a small local business in the United States, this is my corner hood bike shop, they're importing a lot of the parts, they're importing the bikes, and those costs make their whole business model more expensive.
Economist and University of St. Thomas professor Dr. Tyler Schipper says the tariffs will also have big impacts on Minnesota's biggest corporations, including Best Buy and Target.
The data that we have available from previous tariffs says that a lot of it's going to get passed on to consumers or make those companies less profitable, and that can lead to job losses.
That's something Dan also worries about, with only 5 full-time employees and a community he's helped build for more than 4 decades.
The White House says tariffs are necessary to ensure fair trade, protect American workers, and reduce the trade deficit. President Trump did say today that he is open to negotiating with other countries about the tariffs if they do offer something phenomenal in return.